Welcome back to Mad Max. It is very late at night on a Saturday, and I am exhausted. But I had to make this video because I've spent all evening practically almost 100%ing this game. I'm not quite to the end yet, but I'm very, very close. This is, of course, the long-promised montage episode, where I basically, I spent a bunch of time on my own, finishing everything in Pink Eye's territory, wrapping up all the little tiny remaining fragments in all of the other parts of the map. And we are ready to barrel towards the ending. But before we do that, we're going to go over a little highlight reel of what I've been up to for the past couple of weeks. So the first thing I did was run around trying to clear up all of the remaining scavenging locations, and especially all of the camps. So this is just, one of the fights that I got into. I've got a few like this, where a fight went particularly well. I actually started grabbing melee weapons a lot more often. And there's like special moves with these things that I didn't really take advantage of very much throughout all the rest of my playthrough. It's one thing, you can hit two guys at once with it. So this was just a sniper that was standing on the ground for some reason. And, I beat him up, I took his stuff. But what happened next, I don't know, I found it amusing. So that's what happens when a dust devil hits you. Oh, and here, did you know there's little lizards in this game? And you can stomp them and eat them?
Sweet, but dangerous to trust.
I just thought that looked cool. I also liked getting that guy on my roof. Now, this got kind of bad, and I was like, okay, I'm going to dive out. I'm going to take refuge inside one of these train cars. It's going to be great. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I can sneak up on this place. And no, I cannot. Once they have seen you, and that's it. This is another fight that I liked. It had a lot more explosions in it. I should say a few more explosions in it than they usually do. So, took out a couple of guys that way.
Get him!
So check this out. Guy from the sidelines decides to blow up both of his friends to set me on fire. My health is really low, but there's only the one guy left to kill. Unfortunately, the final objective here annihilated me. Oh, I liked this fight because I think I did more counter moves. No, wait, it's not this one. It's a different one. This is just another one where I grabbed a melee weapon. There's another one coming up where I did a crazy number of counter moves in rapid fire. I think this is just me enjoying the melee weapons. Oh, this was interesting. So I saw this ladder up here, and I was like, oh, okay. There's a scavenging site up there. How am I going to get up to it? I looked around back, thinking, oh, maybe there's a way up over here, but no, can't see anything. And then I suddenly had a thought. What happens if I hit this with my harpoon? It auto-targets. And yeah, that pulls it down. And then I was trying to remember, it's been a long time since I started playing this game. Have I ever had to do this before? Or is this the one place in the game where you actually have to use your harpoon to pull a ladder down?
It all ran out. For everyone.
This is the one where I did all the counter moves. Isn't this insane? See, normally I'm doing a lot of heavy attacks, and heavy attacks are hard to interrupt with a counter, and so I'll often miss, when these guys go after me with counters like this, I'll often miss the counters, but this time I was just using normal light attacks, and so I could just nail each counter. And I don't know, I just like getting into fights with cars. Makes me feel like an underdog. And then I realized, maybe I don't have to have fights at scavenging sites at all. This one, they attacked me on foot, and I was like, never mind, I'm getting in the car. And then a storm took care of the last guy. And many tools at my disposal. I did this to so many scavenging sites. And yeah, that final, like, wall attack move that I did, it started reminding me to do that move because I wasn't really doing it very much. It's from holding down the attack button while you've got a guy at the wall. Oh, I love that move. And this reminds me of Lancelot in Monty Python's The Holy Grail. He's coming. It's the Piglio. And then here, I don't know. I just kind of like this little car fight. I was trying to get home with a big pile of scrap. Not that I needed it anymore. These guys thought they would cause some trouble, so I just blew them all up. And each of them blew up in a really pretty way. Especially this next guy. Oh, I like this. Shotgunning a guy into the flames. And then, yeah, sometimes the road fights get a little bit awkward. You end up in kind of a low-speed chase, but I don't know, this one I think ended interestingly. Guess we gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, and then I was like, I'm gonna try a different weapon this time. The cooldown on my harpoon is nice and upgraded, so. And then, yeah, I got Chum repairing my car after I got messed up by some camp defenses. These guys are gonna do a bunch of damage to me. They're all spiky.
I've waited here, getting ready for this. Your skull will dangle proudly from my war wagon.
Now I've got this entire fight on here, partly because I only made one mistake in it, and that made me feel pretty good considering this is one of the top dog fights. But also, check out this guy's armor. It's all shiny and chrome and gold colored. This ended up being my favorite paint job for the car. So I figured I'd celebrate by enjoying this entire fight. So this guy was called out as being specifically vulnerable to shotguns. You know, like all human beings. So I kept trying to shoot at him. And sometimes, I think this time, it was a bad move. Or no, it was... I tried to shiv him afterwards, but he was already recovering. That's what it was. So he got me that time. But the rest of the time, I managed to play him the way you're supposed to. Picking up my weird value achievements. That was the last Scrotus camp. And then, of course, a Dust Devil arrives. This game is so weird. And then I started just cleaning up the last things on the map. So that was my last Scarecrow. And I got an achievement for it. This right here is my last sniper. And I got an achievement for that too. And then I went back to Jeets and finished the last project. I had never done this back at my first base. And I got an achievement for that too. And so when I was heading for the very last scavenging site, I expected I was going to get an achievement for getting that finished too. There are 191 scavenging sites in this game, and this is the very last bit of scrap in the very last scavenging site. I was so excited. But when I picked this up, no achievement, which is actually just fine. That is actually a very good decision on their part, because nobody should do that. Nobody should be trying to get every single scavenging site. That's insane. And if they'd set up an achievement asking you to do that, players would think that's what they expected them to do. And they would think the game was full of a lot of busy work, and they would judge it harshly. And so I think they actually made a good decision not giving me an achievement for 191 scavenging sites. They unlocked a few little extra purple missions that I wasn't expecting. This is just destroying these weird little fuel cars. And it's kind of fun. It wasn't difficult, but I don't think that was the point. It's just these explosions are fun. And then sometimes you do a flip, just cuz.
Take my stuff and just murder the shit out of me.
This guy missed the boat that crossed the the desert. So he wanted me to kill him. And now this fight in the airport, it's not perfect like some of the fights that I put in these montages, but there's a lot of variety in it, and I kind of like that. You got the shield guy here, you got the little flying jumpy guys, you got like a normal guy. Yeah, so he gets me here, but I end up using my shiv, I end up catching the guy out of the air, I use a shotgun. And it just kind of showcases the sheer variety in this combat system. I don't have a lot of combat left, and I don't know, I'm just really enjoying how they put this stuff together. So now I've started, whoa, yeah, that was interesting little physics reaction. I started doing the races, the remaining death runs, and I've actually started doing the ones with the Archangels. So most of the time, they set you up with vehicles, like enemy-style vehicles, that are actually really difficult to win with, and it ends up being challenging. I had to try multiple times. But the Archangels, when you get to take sort of these different versions of your own car and bring them into the races, suddenly the races, I don't know, it's like playing the races in God mode. It's a lot of fun, but there's not as much challenge to it. You're just blowing everybody up and moving at top speed. You've got plenty of boost, plenty of thunder poons. You can even make big hilarious mistakes like that and still get all the prizes. So yeah, I just started running through it with all the Archangels until I realized I didn't actually have all of the upgrades that I needed to unlock all of the Archangels. So I was like, okay, I guess I gotta go take care of the minefields, reduce all the threat. Right here, I was like, can I tempt this guy who's been chasing me to drive over a mine? And no, these guys avoid mines like the plague. So I was like, fine. Try to blow him up. That didn't work. Let's take his tire out, and I'll take care of the mine myself. Of course, time doesn't pause while I'm doing this, so the guy catches up to me. I wonder what would have happened if he had enough time to actually, like, attack me. So this is the very last mine in the game. I am never going to do this again. Not only was it the last mine, but it was the last threat. So there's no more threat level left in the game at this point. Except for this man, who came out of nowhere. I don't know what his deal is. So over here is the last upgrade to my car. There's this weird thing. You get a photo from Pink Eye, and it tells you about a gas station. And so I went to the gas station. This is it. And I was trying to find the final tire upgrade because I need it to unlock all the remaining Archangels. And I can't do all the death runs until I got all the Archangels. So I'm like, okay, we're going to win this fight. We're going to pop the back off this trailer, and we're going to go get this upgrade. Except I get inside and it's just like ammo and some fuel, and I'm like, okay, why is this here? Turns out there's actually like a basement nearby, and that's where the upgrade is. I'm like, where's the upgrade? Oh, there. Oh, the big pile of tires over here? That's where the tire upgrade is? I guess that makes sense. So then I was in the area anyway. I figured I'd grab the very last insignia. Actually, I don't know if that was the last insignia. What I was doing was going back to all the old camps and picking up all the scrap there, all the insignias there, all the history relics. And then I got to this camp, the Proving Grounds, and there's this spot over here where there's an insignia that you can see just inside, but you can't open this gate. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll try to shoot it through the gate. And that worked, but there was still some scrap that I couldn't get to. And I looked it up on the internet, and people were saying that, oh, this place is glitched. You know, you can't, sometimes like all the gates don't open. And people were saying that like they couldn't get all the scrap in the game because of this, and I was getting really, really worried. So I ran upstairs, and I looked through the floor here, and you can see there is definitely scrap down there. But then I saw this valve in the wall. I was like, what is this? Oh, I haven't interacted with this yet? What the heck? And so I jumped off, and the gate was open. So, yeah, no, it's not a glitch. It's just you have to know about that valve. So, grabbed all this scrap. And the proving grounds are finished. This is the last insignia. 77 of them. What is wrong with me? So anyway, so I'd gotten all the archangels, and so now I can finish the death runs. So this is just me blowing up some cars, and there's this funny thing where after a death run, it'll offer you the chance to switch back to your normal car. So right here, this is one of the archangels. And I'm like, okay, I screwed up this race. I'm going to get out. I'm going to fail. I'm going to retry. But then it's like, do you want to revert your car? Sure. And so it blows up the car and replaces it. And that happens every time. It's funny. That doesn't happen every time. That was a special moment. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks in this game. But I'm not quite done yet. There's one more death run that I have not yet completed, and I left it deliberately because I wanted to do at least one of these things live with you all. So I've done every death run on the map now with every vehicle except for this one. So I've got no idea what kind of death run this is. All I know is there's just a couple of vehicles I haven't tried. And when I finish this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a big pile of achievements. However, I haven't been seeing achievement banners lately. And I think it might have been because, you know, I kept getting those Discord messages from my son. And I was messing around with my notification settings, trying to get them to turn off. So if we don't get to see the sort of satisfying achievements arrive, I'll be pretty sad. But that'll probably be why. Right, these guys are following me. But one thing I noticed is guys will not follow you all the way to a death run. Like if you start approaching Crowdazzle, they'll be like, nope, never mind. We want nothing to do with this. I don't know if it's something to do with Crowdazzle. Crowdazzle having like earned everyone's respect or something. But look, they all turned around. They all left. They want nothing to do with this.
Yes, love. He is truly
Be welcome. My tracks have been so quiet of late. Come stir the dust. Come bring the hate.
All right. So this one, the main reason I chose this one as the last one to do is because it's got a locked vehicle. And this vehicle is going to remain locked until the very end of the game. Because this car, the Interceptor, this is Mad Max's original car, I'm pretty sure. And the way you unlock this car is by beating the game. So we're not going to be able to do this one. But we can do the Heavy Armored Spotter and Lord Gravel. And hopefully that will be enough. So what kind is this? I forgot to read in the menu what kind of race this was about to be. So I guess we'll find out.
Come on. Hold on.
Okay, so I've got no special abilities in this car. Oh, they're doing the thing where... Okay, hold on. We're getting out of the car. Sometimes they'll just decide, one guy will decide, I'm not here to win the race. I'm just here to nudge Mad Max in particular off the road. So, fine. Now I know about that guy. I mean, I got a lot of shotgun shells. Maybe I just make that guy not a part of the race. He is the one car that's like different from the other cars. Okay. No more that guy. This looks like a yikes. This looks like a tough path to follow. Nope, get away from me. Nope, stop. Whoa, where are we going? So traditionally we head back to my base. Oh, it's okay. I was wondering, like, it felt like I was going in the wrong direction. But if this is a barrel bash, they're allowed to send me in the wrong direction. Like, if this is any other type of map, like, there's no point in sending me to a weird route, because as long as I get to the destination first, I'm fine. But in a barrel bash, they plan the route. And nope, 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 nope. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, hey. Like we have to actually hit every checkpoint. I don't know why I can't shoot this guy. There we go. Oh, stop it. No, no. Give me the car back. All right, all right, all right. Off a cliff? Is that going to be okay? Yeah, that was fine. Oh, I just noticed how long this timer is. That's distressing, actually. Because it means I could be doing a really bad job and falling well short of the time I'm trying to hit, and I wouldn't necessarily know about it for quite some time. Okay, so we're going down this thing. I can probably cut that short. Oh, who are these guys? No, what? No. Okay, look, I'm gonna try to learn the route. Okay, I think that I've already failed. Like that was way too much slowdown. But I'm gonna at least try to see if there's any other surprises along the way. Man, a very long barrel bash. That's gonna be rough. It's really easy to make a mistake on these things. And to like waste a bunch of needless time. I wonder if there's gonna be a bunch of guys driving down that road every time, if that's scripted, or if that was just bad luck, that we had a bunch of guys colliding with me at a key point on the race. Okay, so I am gonna win, I'm pretty sure, because I think I've left those guys pretty far behind me. But I don't know if I'm gonna do well enough to earn the Griffa token. Which is, it's funny, because I don't need Griffa tokens right now. I have leveled up Max so high. He's many dozens of levels beyond the maximum level that gives you any benefits. So I don't need Griffa tokens. But I'm trying to win all of the races with sort of maximum requirements. So that means trying to earn the Griffa token. See, I've probably failed. Yep, I failed. Okay. Oh, but got an achievement. So complete at least one race at every death run location. All right, we got that one, but that is not enough. We have to get the Griffa tokens, and we have to get all the Archangels. So we're going to try that one again with that car. Unfortunately, because I completed the race, I think I've still got, like, all of those shotgun blasts I used remain used.
Bombs in place. Let me get you out.
I'm still like, screw that guy in particular. Okay. So, when is the actual... Oh, no. Nope. Stop it. Oh, my gosh. So annoying. When is the actual... Okay, the actual first barrel isn't for a while. theoretically, I could make a hard left turn and just aim straight at this thing. I'm not exactly sure if that's possible. I don't know what the terrain's like. But that doesn't sound crazy to me at the moment. So if it seems like if I get a good run out of this and I still don't get the token, I might try that as an alternate strategy. Now, this guy's gonna annoy me. No, 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 stop it. Stop. Oh, man. Nope. Okay, so that challenge, hitting 20 fuel tanks, that must be a repeatable challenge. Because there's no way I had not done that yet. Alright. We're cutting the corners. And we can probably do that again? Yeah, look at that. Those guys are back. Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh. No. Okay, that was stupid. And I think yeah, I'm not going to do any better this time than I did last time. Let's hop out of the car. No need to finish this, because nothing weird happens. Like, that's the weirdest moment. I don't think there's anything weird that happens after that. So let's try cutting across random terrain at the very beginning and see if that is a strategy that we can use. I genuinely have no idea of the geography here, so I'm probably going to screw it up at least the first time. But let's see what's possible. There it is, over there. There's the barrels.
Before that crazy thing kills us all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is totally doable, right? Right? Oh, well, maybe. Maybe it is. Okay, I don't know how much of an advantage I just got out of that. I am ahead of everyone, and last time I was behind a guy. So I am doing better than I did before. And if no one ever catches up to me, that'll probably mean that I've got it in the bag. The big question is what happens at that overpass. Funny thing is, that rando convoy of guys, only part of the problem is the fact that they collide with me. It's also, they take out several of the barrels, which makes it harder to hit the checkpoint. You have to actually hit a barrel on the checkpoint to count. You don't just have to pass through the space. Like, you have to collide with the barrel. Okay, so nope. I'm gonna cut this corner again. Oh, what was that? This time they're not here. Are they? Wait, was that luck twice in a row? Did guys show up there twice in a row, randomly both times? Because they should have been there that time if they were a scripted part of the race. That's crazy. Yeah, they must have been random, but arrived twice. And did the exact same thing. Unless me being this far ahead of the pack means they didn't show up. That's possible. Like, maybe they show up when the lead NPC car gets within a certain distance or something like that. And so because I cut so much of the track, I didn't see them. Maybe. Okay, so theoretically, the rest of this should be pretty doable, except sometimes I just spin out my car for no reason. So, who knows? Oh, the car was threatening to spin out just there. Just barely managed to hold on. cut this corner too, just because we're insane. Okay, it started ticking, but it started ticking a long time earlier last time. Legendary. Nice. Okay. So now... Oh, hello, everyone. Oh, now the guys show up. Hey. All right. Let's teleport back there. And now we've got to get it with the Archangel. We got to get it with the Archangel, and we got to get it with Legendary to unlock, I think, 2 more achievements. But because the Archangel is going to be a better car,
He's at the ready. He's gonna hit that track.
I think that shouldn't be too hard, actually.
Oh yes, Buck. You're more than welcome.
This one's called Lord Gravel.
Here, take the fuel tank. It's naked.
Okay, first thing I want to do is kill another car. Because I think there's actually... Yeah, there's an achievement for killing an enemy car with every Archangel. And this was the last one I had left. So we've done that. So now we just need to win a race with every Archangel, and we need to get Legendary on every race. Actually, come to think that I'm not sure both of those have achievements. One of those might have an achievement, the other one might not. We'll see. Okay, so this is delicate driving, so I'm not using my boost, but I absolutely have boost. And can use it if I can find a good straightaway for it. Which is, yeah, why I wasn't really worried about this car. Because not only does boost just sort of help you by generally increasing your speed overall, but when you get spun out like this, you can use a boost as soon as you get your nose pointed in the right direction, and you're off to the races again. So it's a lot easier to recover from mistakes when you have boost. In fact, that's like the main value of boost, as far as I can tell, during these races. Because yeah, that would have been just a total loss if I was in a different car, but because I had boost, I was able to get out of it. And wouldn't you know it, those guys did show up again. So they must be a scripted part of the race. I don't know why they didn't show up last time. That is very odd. I mean, good thing. That might have been why I succeeded last time, because I didn't have to deal with them. What in the world? They're catching up to me. Screw that. I don't think that was one of my competitors, though. I think that might have actually been one of the guys that I bumped into at the overpass. Either way, I'm not letting anybody get close to me here because my health is really low. Oh, nope, stop it, stop it. Come here. Oh, the ticking didn't even start this time. Nice. No achievement? Sure. Hey, why don't you fix her up? Okay, I could have sworn that should have gotten me an achievement, though. Let's have a look at non-repeating challenges. Complete a death run in Legend type with every Archangel. I've done that, right? Haven't I?
The secret wind, fire, and
Let's look at our collectibles. Okay, yeah, so we got this guy. That was the first card that I used in the race. Don't have this guy yet, but he's not an Archangel. Let's look at the Archangels. We've collected them all. And we've won with Legendary with every single one of them.
together with the sacrament of the fisting.
So what am I missing? Now, it could just be that there's a delay on it. We saw that in State of Decay 2. There was this one achievement that I earned that arrived on a delay. So maybe it's just going to show up sometime soon. Or what else could be wrong? Now, one of these Archangel races, I didn't actually do because I was thinking, oh, let's go do an Archangel race. It was actually part of an official mission. And I'm wondering if, could that maybe have not counted? I think it was this one. Let's redo that Archangel race and see if... That's the only thing I can think of that could be an explanation. That somehow it counted slightly wrong because I did it on a mission instead of doing it as an official Archangel
from my
race.
humble abode, leaving burnt rubber on this lethal road.
I'm pretty sure I'm remembering the correct one. So this shouldn't be hard, right? We've done it
one
already.
blast of the fuel, and he's cooked!
Okay, whatever. Okay. Yeah, shouldn't be hard. That's famous last words. I forgot about what race this is. This is the one that's got that weird curve at the beginning, and yeah. It's pretty easy to get knocked off that thing. So, we're going to be more careful. Played so many death runs today. I hope this is my last one. Yeah, so I can do this, and because it's... Oh no! Because it's an Archangel, I can boost and get back into the race. Oh, you little... I love that for the NPC drivers in these races, they don't care about winning. They will sacrifice their lives to make sure I don't win. I knew that as soon as that guy was neck and neck with me, I should have blown him up, so won't make that mistake next time. What happens if I go this way? Only good things. Yeah, so I can't just make a beeline for the end because it's another barrel bash. It's interesting how the path is only partially marked with the red. is only just enough to reassure you now and then that you're on the right path. So yeah, you can tell that I've already played this race multiple times today. So I know where all the shortcuts are. The only information I was missing at the beginning was, which race is this? Because actually there's a couple that start with a big left turn, I think, at the beginning. And so I didn't know at first that that's exactly what I was doing. One thing that's nice is the boost doesn't just give you extra speed, it also gives you extra traction. Because I think if it didn't, then boosting would probably just spin you out of control more often than not. And so when you're losing traction, boosting is actually a really good way to get it back. It's also a good way to power across terrain that normally slows you down. So you can cut corners that you couldn't really cut in another car. It's a delicate little ending here. Okay. That was my only guess. So yeah, maybe we're looking at a delay, like we saw in State of Decay, and I'm going to get this achievement at some point. I'm going to try restarting the game. Well, that didn't do anything either. So that's going to be annoying if I'm not going to get those achievements under mysterious circumstances. But that was what I was going to do with this episode. So, I mean, I guess we have done everything, as much as I would love to have the achievement to prove it. I mean, I've got this screen to prove it. Every single one of these Archangels has beaten a death run and done it with legendary honors. So I guess we'll just have to, you know, carry that achievement in our hearts. I suppose. So yeah, let's wrap up this episode for today. Tomorrow, I'm planning on making another episode of Mad Max and tackling what I presume to be the end game. I don't know how close we are to the very, very end of the game. I'm assuming we're real close. That's why I kind of rushed into, you know, let's get 100% completion before we tackle that. Because, you know, even though there is one more thing that I won't be able to do until after the end of the game, which is beat a race with the Interceptor. Still, I wanted there to be as little as possible at the end because, you know, we hit a climactic end in like our big last episode, and like, you don't want to then watch me tootle around and try to get 100%. That's just really anticlimactic. So I wanted to get it all done before the end game. So I'm assuming we're really close to the ending. I could be wrong about that. Maybe we're not. But either way, we will find out about that tomorrow. Right now, I'm extremely tired, and I'm probably going to go to bed soon. So there's my subscribe button. Here's the next episode. Possibly the last episode? I don't know. Look at the playlist and find out.